All right, this is a rainy Thursday afternoon in Portland, Oregon, waiting for the spring still, although with rain, maybe not complain about the weather. I'm not sure why I'm doing Lindsey Graham, but here goes. He's been in the news. Sometimes you just almost worry about the poor dude. He goes back and forth, almost like a rubber band. It wonders. He recently, for South Carolina, he went to Saudi Arabia. He's happy with the purchase they've made of Boeing aircraft, that some will be made in his district. And although he's made some pretty negative statements about them, all's forgiven with some Boeing aircraft. And the other one that bothered me a bit, he did a recent interview on Fox News. And in the Fox world, Hunter Biden's laptop, it's the real thing. It's no question about it. And they're all waiting in anticipation, like a story you tell, that he's going to get in trouble, will get his father in trouble, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but the laptop story is not at all in any way believable. That Hunter Biden dropped his laptop off at his shop where the shop owner didn't have good vision and he needed to get his computer fixed, but he never went back to get it, and he had all this confidential information on his laptop. And he didn't go back to get it, and somebody who has a business of taking care of people's laptops, who would want, I would think, if you were in the business of caring for people's laptop, you wouldn't be calling Rudy Giuliani and saying, "Oh, I had a client, and this is Hunter Biden, and I found some things you're going to want." That would seriously hurt your business, I would think, if you were actually concerned with that. There have been reports. This is another way of leaking email. So the October surprise in the 2016 election, there was email leaked from Podesta that was worked with Hillary Clinton. The Podesta release went through Russia connection, and then it was dumped through Julian Assange to say that it was no connection. So instead of doing this email dump, because they played that song before, this was the dump, load the email on a laptop and leave it somewhere, and lo and behold, this guy who didn't see very well and couldn't confirm who it was that dropped it off calls up Rudy Giuliani. And there is likely, from reports, email on it that was once genuine, or it's been altered. And so you can't trust all of it, but there may be genuine email or parts of genuine email. So this is just another scheme to, this is a rerun of Giuliani going to Ukraine, and Trump, for his first impeachment, said, go say that Hunter Biden is under investigation, and if you don't want to say that to the new president of Ukraine, if you can't say that, then we're going to withhold your weapons. So Trump was impeached but not removed for this. This caused all kinds of trouble. Giuliani was right in the middle of this whole scheme. And now we're back to Giuliani and Lindsey Graham saying that, the laptop is real, and, this... And this letter, this is a letter I first heard about. I heard that the Republicans in the House are complaining about this too. So this laptop was supposed to be the October surprise. October surprise means you kick up some dirt that is supposed to affect the election. And they didn't get traction with this. So the GOP House has been saying, oh, Twitter or social media stopped their October surprise, although they don't quite say it that way. And Graham is complaining that this is so terrible that these 50 former national security experts signed a letter jointly saying that this is a Russian operation. Well, I read the letter. It doesn't say it in that tone. It basically says, from our experience, we believe that this is the case. This would be classic in the line. It was an opinion letter. There's no like, oh, we've got to find out who asked for that letter. It was an opinion letter. So this is all like stoking the, I can't imagine if you've been watching Fox News. It's like the rerun, different day, different whatever, and they, don't have any more to do with this. So anyway, so let's take a look at Lindsey Graham. I've gone on enough about this. But in the Fox world and in the GOP, this letter is a big deal, and this laptop, it's real, it's true. And Lindsey Graham, I'm sure he's much smarter than this, but he has to stick with the lines of that world, and anyway, so let's do it. Put in some cubes. Okay, Lindsey Graham, what's going on with you? And we're not sure if Lindsey Graham has any trouble in Georgia, and whether he's going to be pulled in with that. Let's see. Whoa. So the Firestone is right here. It's standing up in this unusual position, and it's right in fire, moving towards Earth. And fire, it can mean lining up with your intuition, with your desires, with what you seek. And right here is money. And this has the worry doll here in fire. And on the side, almost in a yoga pose. So not surrendered and not worried, somewhere in this in-between, almost leaning up against this. And there's the peace sign here and the candlelight ashe. So something is looking into his peace, his life, the way he does things. Or he stands up tall. Maybe this is in the international relationships of a deal. The Wedeme is here, which represents the MAGA in the political readings. And there's a gold here coming into Earth. So coming into money or something he really desires. But it's strange. There's this whole pathway here. This shell. Almost looks like there's another line over here. And then we've got the, on this dice, we have a gold mine here. And this reading stone up this way with shiny, it almost looks like a little bit like a mirror. Okay, so the water stone, blue water stone is in nature, and the deep water stone is out here in the blue, out on the rim in this blue water and deep water here with an ashe with the sun on it. And it's both in blue water and deep water. I think that this is how he uses power and who he is associated with and how he uses power. And there's a clock here and a little monkey like copying or being in agreement with, but almost like, following something. Justice here with the clock. He's got a clock on him related to a justice inquiry and something that might have gone on in secret. Here's the deep water and blue water, and the sun is here. Something that might have been done in secret or partially in secret and partially not is going to come out and be shown. Okay, so here's the mineral stone, which is your purpose, flow of gift. It's right next to the organization stone, and right here is as a braided ring that has meant different groups or a consortium of groups. Well, here is a gun shooting this at the organization. So this could be the groups that represent the gun lobbies. This could represent that something that was done is going to be harmful to him or his flow of gifts. There's gifts here, an owl here. What's this right here? The llama, like you're in service, but upside down, the microphone. He's doing stuff. And the eye is here in the deep water with the sacred values and some connection up to something he did. I think he's in trouble with something he did or related to money or who he's associated with. Because right in the center of Earth is the Santa Claus. It's like Santa, and now you're being measured up to how you've used your power. And this can represent the DOJ, or it could represent an organization with law. Here's the key, an ally, and this can represent a piece of paper, an indictment, a bill. The fox is right here with the helping hand, and the right hand is here over the spirit ring, which could be a church group or related to use of power. Here's the axe and a bird and wisdom. The boot. I think he's in trouble, or something's coming up with him. That will he's being seen or attached to something somebody else did or to a gift he received. But he's being watched for something he did. Now with the fox here, I don't know if there's Fox News has had tapes. There's a lot of tapes that were made for interviews, so I don't know if there's other information. Some of what came out about the producer who has a lawsuit against Fox. She had a lot of recordings on Otter. She has her lawsuit continues against Fox, so I don't know if she has recordings of him. I don't know. All I can see here is time is running out on him. I don't know if this is Georgia or federal. But he has an ally that's been a Santa Claus. And this opens up, scrutiny for him. And could be related to a group, but somehow it implicates him or takes shots at how he's organized and done his job. I don't know, Lindsey Graham, but no wonder you look a little bit sometimes red-faced and imbibed. Good luck, dude.